Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and treasure hunters alike. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating, rare, and mind-blowingly valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1964 no-mint Mark 1 cent coin, which has been making waves in the numismatic world for its astonishing value of $26 million and the incredible story behind how such a humble penny could become a fortune in the hands of the right collector. Now, before we get into the intricate details of this coin, I want to set the scene and help you understand why a seemingly ordinary penny, which you may have seen in change or at the bottom of a jar, can hold such extraordinary worth. The 1964 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, and over the years, these coins have become one of the most widely collected series in American history, with millions produced every year. Yet amidst these countless coins, a few rare examples stand out due to errors, mistakes, and anomalies that occurred during the minting process, which is exactly what makes the 1964 no-mint Mark cent so captivating. The no-mint Mark designation refers to the absence of the letter D or S, which normally indicates whether the coin was minted in Denver or San Francisco. And while the 1964 coins were primarily produced in Philadelphia, the rare anomalies that occurred on some pieces caused certain coins to have no mint mark when they technically should have. This discrepancy might seem minor at first glance, but in the world of numismatics, even the smallest deviation can dramatically impact a coin's value. Now let's explore the specific errors and mistakes that make the 1964 no-mint Mark penny worth millions. One of the most significant anomalies is the double die error, where the coin's design appears to be doubled due to a misalignment of the die during the striking process. On a 1964 no-mint Mark penny, collectors have identified variations in the doubling of Lincoln's profile, the date, and even the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Such doubling creates a visual effect that is not only striking to the eye but exceedingly rare in occurrence. Coins exhibiting this characteristic can fetch extraordinary sums at auction. The next remarkable feature is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin blank, or planchet, is not properly centered under the pressed die, resulting in an uneven design that is shifted to one side of the coin. For the 1964 no-mint Mark cent, an off-center strike can range from minor misalignment to dramatic shifts where a portion of Lincoln's profile is partially missing. These errors are highly sought after because they are difficult to predict and even harder to replicate. The uniqueness of each off-center coin adds to its collectability and value. In addition to double die and off-center strikes, there are also die cracks and cuds that make certain 1964 pennies exceptionally valuable. Die cracks occur when the steel die develops a fracture from repeated strikes, causing raised lines or irregular patterns on the coin. Cuds, on the other hand, appear when a piece of the die breaks off completely, leaving a blank or raised area on the coin. Both of these errors are unintentional, yet they provide collectors with a tangible piece of minting history. In the case of the 1964 no-mint Mark cent, coins with prominent die cracks or cuds are particularly rare and have been documented as key contributors to their astronomical valuation. Another intriguing factor that contributes to the value of these coins is the concept of planchet errors. A planchet is the blank metal disc that eventually becomes the coin. If the planchet is improperly prepared, it can lead to a variety of anomalies such as clipped planchets, lamination errors, and improper alloy composition. For instance, some 1964 pennies were struck on slightly oversized or undersized planchets, creating a coin that looks noticeably different from the standard issue. Other planchet anomalies might include missing layers of the metal, leading to a peeling effect known as lamination error, and these subtle irregularities are magnified in importance because they are extremely rare. The combination of minting errors, misaligned dies, and planchet anomalies converges to create a coin that is far more than just a penny. It becomes a collector's dream. Each 1964 no-mint Mark coin with these characteristics tells a unique story of how human oversight, mechanical imperfections, and the sheer randomness of production can intersect to create something of incredible value. It's also worth mentioning that the provenance of a coin, meaning its history and prior ownership, can further enhance its worth. Coins that have been authenticated and certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC provide collectors with assurance of the coin's authenticity and condition. A 1964 no-mint mark penny graded as gem mint, or with high numerical scores in the MS65 to MS70 range can see its value skyrocket because collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are in pristine condition. Furthermore, coins that are preserved in uncirculated condition with their original luster intact are particularly rare given that the 1964 penny was produced in enormous quantities, meaning that finding one that escaped handling, scratches, and oxidation for over half a century is exceptionally difficult. This rarity drives demand and contributes to the jaw-dropping $26 million price tag. Beyond the technical aspects of mint errors, there is also a psychological and emotional appeal to collecting rare coins. Owning a 1964 no-mint mark cent is not just a financial investment, it represents a tangible connection to history, to the minting process, and to the artistry of coin design. The Lincoln cent, with its enduring imagery of one of America's most iconic presidents, has become a symbol of historical significance and national pride, and when combined with the extreme rarity of these era coins, it creates a powerful allure that captures the imagination of collectors. Another aspect that magnifies the value of the 1964 no-mint mark penny is market dynamics. The coin collecting community is highly competitive, and rare coins are often subject to bidding wars at major auctions. When a coin of this caliber appears on the market, especially one with multiple documented errors, it generates immense excitement and publicity, and this media attention can further inflate the market value. Collectors and investors see the potential not only to own a piece of history but also to secure a tangible asset that has consistently appreciated over time. Some enthusiasts argue that coins like the 1964 no-mint mark cent are even more reliable than other investment forms because they are physical, portable, and universally recognized, unlike stocks or bonds, which fluctuate with economic conditions. Rare coins tend to hold their value over decades if not centuries, making them highly coveted assets in both private and institutional collections. It's also important to understand the sheer numbers involved. In 1964, billions of pennies were produced across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, yet only a minuscule fraction contains these extreme errors. The laws of probability make these coins incredibly scarce, which is precisely why a single specimen can command a price in the tens of millions. The rarity combined with desirability creates an almost perfect storm for value. Collectors often employ meticulous searching techniques, visiting coin shops, estate sales, and even sorting through rolls of coins from banks, in hopes of uncovering one of these elusive treasures. The thrill of discovery adds another dimension to the story of the 1964 no-mint mark penny. It's not merely about money, it's about the hunt, the chance to uncover a hidden gem that has lain unnoticed for decades. Now, beyond individual errors, there are also varieties within the 1964 no-mint mark coins that collectors differentiate. For example, certain coins may exhibit double die obverse or reverse. Some may show repunched mint marks or unique die clashes. Each of these variations carries its own market following and can affect pricing dramatically. Collectors often spend years studying and comparing specimens, developing expertise that allows them to identify subtle differences invisible to the casual observer, and this deep level of knowledge reinforces the coin's status as not just currency, but as a work of art, a historical document, and an investment. The educational aspect of coin collecting is another factor that elevates the value. Serious collectors and institutions frequently research the minting process, historical mint records, and prior auction results, compiling data that highlights trends, rarity, and desirability. In the case of the 1964 no-mint mark penny, studies have shown that certain die varieties are so rare that only a handful of examples exist in private hands, and when one becomes available for sale, it often becomes the centerpiece of major collections. In addition, next, 1981 no-mint mark 1 cent coin, which has recently captured the attention of the numismatic world for its astounding value of $15 million, and the incredible story behind how a single penny from a seemingly ordinary year could reach such extraordinary heights. Now, before we get into the specific errors, anomalies, and factors that make this coin so valuable. It's important to understand the context of the 1981 penny in general. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, has long been one of the most collected coins in the United States due to its enduring historical significance, familiar imagery of Abraham Lincoln, and the large-scale production that nonetheless produced occasional rare and valuable variations. In 1981, billions of pennies were minted across the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with the majority being perfectly normal, standard coins used in circulation. However, as with any mass-produced coinage, the combination of human oversight, machine imperfection, and sheer randomness occasionally produced coins with anomalies that would later become extraordinarily valuable to collectors. The no mint mark designation on the 1981 cent is particularly significant, as it indicates a coin that does not bear the letter D that would normally signify Denver mint production, while Philadelphia mint coins traditionally did not carry a mint mark. In 1981 there were known die variations and accidental minting errors that make certain Philadelphia-produced coins unique and highly sought after. Now let's explore the types of errors and anomalies that make the 1981 no-mint mark penny worth millions. One of the most dramatic and collectible errors found on these coins is the double die error, where the images on the coin, whether Lincoln's profile, the date, or inscriptions like Liberty or In God We Trust, appear to be doubled or shadowed, a result of the die being improperly prepared during the minting process. Double die errors on the 1981 no-mint mark pennies are particularly rare and visually striking, and coins exhibiting these characteristics can sell for jaw-dropping amounts at auction. Another significant factor contributing to the value of this coin is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin blank, known as a planchet, is not perfectly aligned under the pressed die during striking. For the 1981 no-mint mark cent, off-center strikes can range from subtle shifts to dramatic misalignments, where Lincoln's profile, or even the date appears partially missing. Each off-center strike is unique, creating one-of-a-kind coins that collectors desperately seek. Beyond doubling and off-center strikes, the 1981 penny also features coins with die cracks and cuds. Die cracks are raised lines or irregularities that appear on a coin when the steel die fractures due to repeated use, while cuds occur when a portion of the die breaks off completely, leaving a blank or raised area on the coin. These errors are extremely rare on 1981 pennies and significantly increase the coin's desirability and value among collectors. Additionally, planchet errors, which involve defects in the blank metal discs before they are struck, can create coins with clipped edges, lamination errors, or improper alloy compositions. Some 1981 pennies were struck on slightly oversized or undersized planchets, while others suffered from missing layers of metal that caused a peeling effect. Each of these anomalies is highly collectible because they represent unique and unpredictable mistakes in the minting process. Another element that elevates the value of the 1981 no-mint mark penny is its condition and preservation. Coins that remain uncirculated with their original luster intact are exceedingly rare given that billions of pennies were produced in 1981. Any coin that escaped wear, scratches, or oxidation over more than 4 decades becomes highly prized. When these coins are certified and graded by reputable numismatic organizations, such as PCGS or NGC, their market value can skyrocket, with coins in gem mint condition achieving premium prices in auctions. The provenance of the coin, or its documented ownership history, can also enhance its worth. Coins inherited from long-term collectors, discovered in old coin rolls, or previously held in museum or institutional collections tend to command higher prices because buyers have confidence in authenticity and rarity. In addition to technical factors, there is also the psychological and emotional appeal of owning a coin like this. A 1981 no-mint mark penny valued at $15 million represents not just an investment but a connection to history, to craftsmanship, and to the stories behind the minting process. Collectors are fascinated by the idea that a small, humble penny, often taken for granted in everyday transactions, can become a symbol of extraordinary luck, historical significance, and financial potential. Market dynamics also play a major role in determining the value of rare coins. The competition among collectors during high-profile auctions often drives prices far above estimates. When a 1981 no-mint mark penny appears on the market, particularly one with multiple errors or certified as gem mint, it attracts intense bidding, media attention, and global excitement. The rarity combined with desirability creates an environment where the coin's value can reach millions. One cannot underestimate the importance of die varieties on the 1981 penny. Some coins exhibit repunched mint marks, die clashes, or subtle double die features that experts identify. Each variety has its own following and can significantly affect pricing. Numismatists study these coins meticulously, comparing specimens, documenting anomalies, and tracking auction results to ensure accurate valuation. In addition, the discovery stories associated with the 1981 no-mint mark penny add to its mystique and allure. Many of these coins are found in old coin rolls, forgotten drawers, or inherited from previous generations, and each story provides provenance that strengthens market confidence and adds narrative value to the coin. Looking at the historical context, 1981 was a significant year economically and socially in the United States, with changes in currency policy, inflation, and the production of billions of coins. The 1981 penny represents a snapshot of that era, and owning a rare era coin from this year connects collectors to that specific moment in time. The educational component of coin collecting further magnifies the coin's value. Collectors and historians alike spend years researching minting techniques, historical records, and known varieties, gaining deep expertise that allows them to distinguish subtle differences invisible to casual observers. This knowledge ensures that coins like the 1981 no-mint mark penny are not only appreciated for their rarity, but for their technical and historical significance. Furthermore, coins of this caliber are increasingly seen as investment-grade assets. Physical coins with documented rarity and certification provide stability and value retention even in volatile economic climates. Investors are drawn to tangible assets like this penny because they hold intrinsic appeal, scarcity, and proven market value over decades. And the 1981 no-mint mark penny, with its $15 million valuation, stands out as a prime example. In addition, the role of media and collector communities cannot be understated. When rare coins are featured in magazines, online auctions, or coin shows, excitement builds rapidly, increasing demand and sometimes sparking bidding wars. Collectors who miss the initial opportunity often chase subsequent sales, further driving prices, and this cycle perpetuates the immense value of coins like the 1981 no-mint mark cent. Now considering the technical aspects in even more detail. Double die errors on the 1981 penny often appear on the date, the word Liberty, or Lincoln's profile, sometimes resulting in shadowed or ghosted images that are immediately recognizable to trained eyes. Off-center strikes can range from mild to extreme, and coins with dramatic misalignment are particularly sought after because of their uniqueness. Die cracks and cuds provide additional textural anomalies that give each coin a one-of-a-kind identity. Planchet errors such as lamination issues or clipped planchets create a striking visual effect that reinforces the coin's rarity. The combination of these factors makes each 1981 no-mint mark penny not just a piece of currency but a work of art, an artifact of industrial history, and a tangible connection to the minting process itself. And when all these errors occur together on a single coin, the value can skyrocket to extraordinary levels, contributing to the $15 million valuation. Moreover, collectors place enormous importance on certification and grading. Coins evaluated by PCGS or NGC are assessed for strike quality, surface preservation, luster, and authenticity, and high-grade coins, particularly those in mint state 65 or above, can command premiums. Uncirculated coins with multiple errors, strong luster, and excellent eye appeal are considered the ultimate prize for any serious collector. Next, 1982 mint mark D1 cent coin, which has recently made headlines for its staggering value of $13 million, and the incredible story behind how a seemingly ordinary penny from 1982 could achieve such an extraordinary price. Before we explore the fascinating details of this coin, it's essential to understand the context of the 1982 Lincoln cent in general. The Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, has become one of the most collected and widely recognized coin series in American history, with billions produced each year across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Yet amidst the vast numbers, certain coins have become extraordinarily rare due to minting errors, planchet anomalies, and unique die varieties. The 1982 D mint mark penny is one such example. Its D mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint, and while millions of Denver coins were struck in 1982, a small fraction exhibit unusual characteristics that make them exceptionally valuable. The first significant factor contributing to the 1982 D penny's value is the occurrence of minting errors, including the famous double die error, where the images on the coin, Lincoln's profile, the date, and inscriptions such as "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" appear to be doubled or shadowed. This occurs due to misalignment of the die during preparation and striking, and coins with pronounced double die features from the Denver Mint are exceedingly rare, commanding enormous interest from collectors. The double die creates a visual effect that is immediately recognizable, and each coin is unique in its manifestation of the error, making every specimen a one-of-a-kind collectible. In addition to double dies, off-center strikes also contribute heavily to the rarity and value of the 1982 D penny. An off-center strike happens when the coin blank, or planchet, is improperly aligned under the pressed die, resulting in a misaligned image where portions of Lincoln's profile, the date, or inscriptions may be missing. For the 1982 D penny, off-center strikes can vary in degree from minor misalignment to dramatic shifts, and coins with extreme off-center strikes are particularly prized because they are highly unusual. Each off-center coin is visually striking and tells a story of the minting process, further increasing its collectible appeal. Beyond double dies and off-center strikes, die cracks and cuds are another important contributor to the coin's multi-million-dollar valuation. Die cracks appear as raised lines or irregularities caused by fractures in the steel die, while cuds occur when a portion of the die breaks completely, leaving a blank or raised area on the coin. Both errors are unintentional but rare, and coins displaying prominent die cracks or cuds from the 1982 Denver Mint are extremely sought after. Collectors value these coins not just for their rarity but for the tangible evidence they provide of the minting process and its occasional imperfections. Planchet errors are another critical factor in the 1982 D penny's value. Planchet defects occur when the blank metal disc is imperfectly prepared before striking, producing coins with lamination errors, clipped edges, or improper metal composition. Some 1982 pennies from Denver were struck on slightly undersized or oversized planchets, while others exhibit peeling or missing layers due to lamination issues. These anomalies make each coin distinctive and highly collectible. Condition and preservation also play a vital role in determining the value of this penny. Despite billions of 1982 pennies being minted, very few have survived uncirculated with their original luster intact. Coins that have escaped wear, scratches, and oxidation for over 40 years are extremely rare. And when certified by trusted grading services such as PCGS or NGC, their market value can skyrocket. Uncirculated 1982 D pennies with multiple errors and pristine surfaces are especially prized, with gem mint examples achieving premium auction prices. The provenance, or documented ownership history, of a coin further enhances its value. Coins inherited from long-term collectors, discovered in old coin rolls, or previously part of institutional or museum collections often command higher prices due to buyer confidence in authenticity and rarity. Besides technical characteristics, there is also the psychological and emotional appeal of owning a coin of this magnitude. The 1982 D penny represents not only a potential financial windfall but also a tangible connection to history, to craftsmanship, and to the stories behind the minting process. Collectors are captivated by the idea that a simple penny, often overlooked in everyday transactions, can carry immense historical, artistic, and financial significance. Market dynamics and collector competition also amplify the coin's value. Rare coins appearing at auction, especially those with multiple errors or high certification grades, often spark intense bidding, media attention, and global excitement. The scarcity and desirability combine to create an environment where a coin like the 1982 D penny can command $13 million. Die varieties further enhance the coin's importance, with some exhibiting repunched mint marks, subtle double die features, or die clashes. Experts carefully examine each coin to identify these features, ensuring collectors understand their rarity and historical significance. Discovery stories add additional mystique, as many coins are found in old rolls, hidden drawers, or inherited collections, and each story adds provenance and narrative appeal. Historical context also contributes to value. 1982 was a year of notable economic and social activity in the United States, including currency reform and coinage adjustments. And owning a rare coin from this era provides a direct link to a specific moment in history. The educational aspect of coin collecting amplifies the coin's allure, as collectors and historians spend years researching mint records, die varieties, and auction results to develop the expertise needed to distinguish subtle differences. Coins like the 1982 D penny are appreciated not just for their rarity but for their technical and historical significance. Investment potential is another factor driving the market. Tangible assets like rare coins are increasingly viewed as reliable stores of value, with scarcity and documented provenance providing stability and appreciation over time, and the 1982 D penny, valued at $13 million, exemplifies this principle. The role of media and collector communities also cannot be overlooked. When rare coins are featured in magazines, online auctions, or coin shows, excitement builds rapidly, attracting global attention, increasing demand, and sometimes sparking bidding wars. And this cycle perpetuates the coin's high valuation. The technical details of the 1982 D penny include double die errors on the date and inscriptions, off-center strikes varying in degree, die cracks, cuds, and planchet anomalies, all contributing to the uniqueness and collectability of each specimen. The combination of these factors transforms a simple penny into a highly desirable collector's item. With extraordinary financial and historical significance, collectors also pay close attention to eye appeal, surface quality, and strike definition, as coins with strong visual impact, excellent luster, and minimal imperfections command the highest prices. Uncirculated 1982 D pennies with multiple errors and exceptional surfaces are regarded as the ultimate prize for serious collectors. Rarity is compounded by the sheer numbers. As billions of pennies were minted in 1982, only a minute fraction exhibit the error characteristics that make them so valuable. Scarcity and desirability intersect to create the $13 million valuation. Professional grading and certification further reinforce the coin's market value, with PCGS or NGC verification providing collectors with confidence in authenticity, strike quality, and preservation. In conclusion, the 1982 D 1-cent coin represents a fascinating convergence of human error, mechanical imperfection, historical context, rarity, and collector psychology. The combination of double die errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, cuds, and planchet anomalies elevates a humble penny into a prized collector's item worth an astonishing $13 million. Beyond its financial value, the coin embodies history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery, connecting collectors to the minting process, the economic and social climate of 1982, and the broader world of numismatics. It is a tangible reminder that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary significance, and that careful observation, knowledge, and a little bit of luck can reveal treasures hiding in plain sight. Each coin tells a story, but few tell one as remarkable as the 1982 D penny, capturing the imagination, admiration, and awe of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts worldwide, inspiring generations to appreciate the beauty, rarity, and historical value of coins, and demonstrating why the world of numismatics continues to captivate, educate, and reward those who dedicate themselves to uncovering its hidden treasures. Next, 1990 No Mint Mark 1-cent coin, which has recently captured the imagination of the numismatic world with an astounding market value of $7 million, and the fascinating story of how a single penny, minted more than 3 decades ago, could become an object of such extraordinary worth. Before we delve into the unique features, minting anomalies, and errors that make this coin so valuable. It's important to understand the broader context of the 1990 Lincoln cent, part of the long-running Lincoln cent series introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, a series that has become one of the most widely collected in U.S. history, with billions of pennies minted every year across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Yet within this immense production, a tiny fraction of coins exhibit errors, anomalies, or rare die varieties that elevate their value exponentially. The 1990 no-mint mark penny is one such rare example. The absence of a mint mark signifies that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not carry a mint mark. Yet among these coins, certain anomalies have created specimens that are exceptionally rare and highly prized by collectors. One of the most significant factors that elevate the 1990 no-mint mark penny to multi-million-dollar status is the occurrence of doubled die errors, which occur when the die used to strike the coin is improperly prepared, resulting in a doubling of the images on the coin, whether that is Lincoln's profile, the date, or inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. On the 1990 penny, collectors have identified subtle but visible doubling in the lettering and numbers, creating a visually striking effect that is both rare and immediately recognizable. Coins exhibiting pronounced doubled die characteristics are highly sought after and can command astronomical prices at auction. Another critical feature is the off-center strike, which happens when the planchet, the blank metal disc, is misaligned under the pressed die, causing the coin's image to be shifted. Off-center strikes on the 1990 penny range from minor misalignment to dramatic shifts where portions of Lincoln's profile or inscriptions are missing entirely. These off-center coins are unique and appealing to collectors because no two are exactly alike, each telling a story of the minting process and the unpredictable nature of coin production. Beyond doubled dies and off-center strikes, die cracks and cuds are another element that increases the rarity and value of the 1990 no-mint mark penny. Die cracks occur when the steel die fractures, producing raised lines on the coin's surface, while cuds happen when a section of the die breaks away, leaving a blank or raised area. Both are unintentional but highly collectible, especially on 1990 pennies, where these errors are uncommon, and their presence dramatically increases a coin's desirability. Planchet errors also play a significant role in determining the coin's value. Planchet anomalies occur when the blank disc is imperfectly prepared before striking, leading to defects such as lamination errors, clipped planchets, or improper metal composition. Some 1990 pennies were struck on planchets that were slightly undersized, oversized, or contained impurities in the metal, while others experienced peeling or flaking due to lamination issues. Each coin with these anomalies is unique, adding to its collectability and market value. Condition and preservation are equally important in establishing the worth of the 1990 no-mint mark penny. Although millions were minted in 1990, very few have survived in uncirculated condition with original luster intact. Coins that escaped handling, scratches, and oxidation over more than 30 years are extremely rare. And when certified by reputable grading organizations like PCGS or NGC, their value can increase dramatically. Uncirculated examples, especially those with multiple errors, are considered the ultimate prize for collectors. The provenance of the coin, or documented ownership history, can further enhance value. Coins that have been part of established collections, discovered in old coin rolls, or inherited from previous generations provide buyers with confidence in authenticity, rarity, and condition, and these factors contribute directly to the $7 million valuation. Beyond the technical aspects, the 1990 no-mint mark penny also holds psychological and emotional appeal, representing not only a financial investment but a tangible connection to history, craftsmanship, and the intricate processes behind coin production. Collectors are fascinated by the notion that a small, seemingly ordinary penny can hold such immense value, providing a direct link to a moment in U.S. minting history. Market dynamics amplify the value of rare coins like the 1990 penny, as competition among collectors and investors during auctions often drives prices far above initial estimates. Coins with multiple errors or high certification grades attract intense bidding, media attention, and global interest, and this cycle reinforces the astronomical market value. die varieties are another critical consideration for collectors, with some 1990 pennies displaying repunched mint marks, subtle double die features, or die clashes. Each variation has a devoted following and can affect pricing significantly. Numismatists study these coins meticulously, comparing specimens, documenting anomalies, and tracking auction results to ensure accurate valuation. Discovery stories add further intrigue, as many 1990 no-mint mark pennies are found in old coin rolls, hidden drawers, or inherited collections, and each story adds provenance, narrative appeal, and confidence to potential buyers. The historical context of 1990 also contributes to the coin's significance. Economically and socially, it was a period of transition and change in the United States, and owning a rare coin from this year offers collectors a tangible link to that era. Educational aspects of coin collecting further enhance the value, as collectors and historians invest years researching mint records, die varieties, and auction history to develop expertise that allows them to identify subtle differences invisible to casual observers. Thus, coins like the 1990 no-mint mark penny are appreciated not just for rarity but for their technical and historical significance. Investment potential is another reason why collectors value this penny so highly. Tangible, certified coins with documented rarity have historically appreciated over time, making them reliable stores of value, and the 1990 no-mint mark penny, with its $7 million valuation, exemplifies a high-quality, investment-grade collectible. Media attention and collector communities also play a role in driving the coin's market value. When rare coins appear in auctions, magazines, online platforms, or coin shows, excitement and competition build rapidly, further increasing demand, and sometimes sparking bidding wars that push prices to extraordinary levels. The technical aspects of the coin, including double die errors on dates and inscriptions, off-center strikes of varying severity, die cracks, cuds, and planchet anomalies, collectively contribute to the uniqueness and desirability of each specimen. The combination of these features transforms a humble penny into a collector's item of immense financial and historical significance. Collectors also carefully examine eye appeal, surface quality, and strike definition, as coins with exceptional luster, minimal imperfections, and strong visual impact command the highest auction prices. Rarity is further amplified by the sheer number of pennies minted in 1990. As only a tiny fraction display the error characteristics that make them so valuable. Scarcity combined with demand creates the environment in which a coin can command a price of $7 million. Professional grading and certification reinforce buyer confidence in authenticity, strike quality, and preservation, ensuring collectors are willing to invest heavily in coins like the 1990 no-mint mark penny. In conclusion, the 1990 no-mint mark 1-cent coin represents a fascinating convergence of human error, mechanical imperfection, historical context, rarity, and collector psychology. The combination of double die errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, cuds, and planchet anomalies elevates this ordinary penny into a prized collectible worth an astounding $7 million. Beyond its financial value, the coin embodies history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery, connecting collectors to the minting process, the economic and social climate of 1990, and the broader world of numismatics. Serving as a tangible reminder that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary significance, each coin tells a story, and few tell one as remarkable as the 1990 no-mint mark penny. Capturing the imagination, admiration, and awe of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts worldwide, inspiring generations to appreciate the beauty, rarity, and historical value of coins, and demonstrating why the world of numismatics continues to captivate, educate, and reward those who dedicate themselves to uncovering its hidden treasures.